Hello, and thank you for taking some time today to learn more about how Spin's attributes can be a part of your retail strategy. So over the next few minutes, I'll take you through a brief overview of our attribute offering, how that attribute offering connects to the shopper, and ultimately how our attribute offering can help fuel a number of solutions and programs at retail. So while I won't take up too much of your time, get comfy, grab a coffee, and of course, feel free to hit pause and reach out to your Spins representative the moment inspiration strikes. So before we get started, just let me introduce myself quickly. My name is Jake Napper. I'm a data product manager for our product intelligence team here at Spins. I've been with Spins for just over a decade now and wore many hats over the course of my time here, but all of which were dedicated to bringing you insight and context across millions of products with best-in-class product attribution. All right, and let's dive in. So, Spins maintains one of the largest health and wellness focused data asset collections in the industry. So, in a nutshell, we do this to help our retailers understand what product qualities motivate shoppers. And we are talking product qualities that reside on the surface or label, as well as beneath the surface, both of which differentiate products in the eyes of the shopper. So once we've displayed those product qualities, we're able to leverage Spin's analytics to create better assortment strategies and effectively communicate to shoppers how this product or that product is exactly what they're looking for. If there's one key takeaway here, it's that our attributes are specifically tailored to provide the kind of competitive intel retailers need to stay relevant and innovative and informed in today's marketplace. So let's take a step back for a minute and just do a bit of level setting on what our attribute offering actually represents. So product intelligence leverages the entire label, front, back, side panel, the nutrition fact panel, the ingredient statement, everything. We do this to bring you a huge variety of attributes that represent the most important health and wellness elements that today's shoppers are seeking. Now, like most of you know, navigating the label, especially an ingredient statement or nutrition fact panel, that's not a simple task for anyone, especially the everyday shopper. Ingredients can go by many different names. Nutrition fact panels can vary in comprehensiveness and detail, and certain product qualities may be randomly displayed on the package, if displayed at all. And that can be confusing for everyone. Luckily, navigating all of these elements and normalizing them into meaningful shopper-centric attribution is exactly what our Spins product intelligence team does. We're converting that complex info into meaningful and effective health and wellness attribution. We're connecting the dots through research and technology so that nobody else has to. And that leads us to the type of integral sightlines our attributes provide, from sustainability to allergens, diets and tribes, and clean label elements, amongst others. So each one of these sightlines kind of acts like a North Star when pursuing shopper motivation via attribution and product qualities. So shoppers in general, and obviously that is a diverse and dynamic bunch, they have a tendency to elevate or downplay certain sightlines depending on their various needs and wants. And those needs and wants, they can change as they walk from one aisle to the next. Maybe sustainability matters more to a shopper in the meat and dairy aisle or along the perimeter, but clean label requirements, avoiding preservatives and artificial colors and flavors, maybe that becomes priority number one as they walk into the cereal or mac and cheese aisle. Maybe high protein content rules all other motivations when tracking down a wellness bar. So by illuminating a range of sightlines via hundreds of available attributes, we're able to help our retail partners understand, track, and analyze core purchase drivers and motivators across the entire store. So with our sightlines established, let's take a minute to talk about what shopper motivations are. To put it simply, shoppers are savvier and more differentiated and fractured than they ever have been before. They shop within a wide spectrum of qualities, they construct their own personalized ways of eating, and really no two shoppers are the exact same or motivated in the exact same way, yet they are steadfast in their motivations. So reaching across that spectrum of shopper motivation with our attribute portfolio, it becomes tantamount to staying relevant, delivering innovation, and keeping pace with the fast pace of shopper evolution. Understanding the shopper and communicating motivational factors to the shopper are the keys to success here. So over the past year or so, our product intelligence team has been busy bringing you a new type of attribute that we're describing as being shopper-centric. And this is because these attributes, they don't rely on a direct label claim or packaging claim to tell us what they're all about. These attributes leverage the entire label, from ingredient statements to nutrition fact panels, to expose product qualities. So these attributes are all about transparency. They're about helping shoppers discover thousands of hidden products across the store, helping retailers connect shoppers to these hidden products, and enabling retailers to understand the motivational demands of today's shopper through strategic and innovative category management. And here's a bit of a sneak peek at some of the shopper-centric attributes that are beginning to be made available across some of Spin's retailer solutions. So while this is just a sample, when you look across the entire offering, you're going to see various themes emerge. We're bringing you a few functional or wellness ingredient attributes that shoppers demand the most of, like probiotics, prebiotics, whole grains, ancient grains. But we're also offering some heavy hitter clean label attributes like preservatives, artificial colors, and artificial sweeteners. These are basically just one-click answers to saying, yes, a product contains preservatives, or no, the product does not contain artificial colors. So these will prove to be great, compact, easy-to-use attribute solutions for essential clean label measures. And you'll also notice a number of sugar and sweetener related attributes. Added sugars and sugar alternatives, they've been front and center in shoppers' minds lately. And with the FDA requiring nutrition fact panel changes that will now display the amount of added sugars in products, we expect shopper interest and purchase motivations related to sugars to continue to rise. And over in the diet and tribe section, there are some highly valuable attributes that will certainly help elevate any program our attribute portfolio fuels. Keto, Whole30 friendly, paleo, plant-based, they all hold a ton of potential, and we can't wait for our retailer partners to begin leveraging them. So staying on the topic of our new shopper-centric attributes, let's just lay some foundational knowledge on how our shopper-centric attribution works in the kind of products you and your shoppers will see with these attributes. So to illustrate this, let's just take one of our diet attributes, keto. So when it comes to keto, we brought in 3 different products to look at here. A keto pancake mix, some Mission carb balanced tortillas, and a can of Zevia. Now, only the Birch Benders keto pancake mix is actually labeled keto. So simply browsing a shelf for keto-friendly products, it's the only one that comes out and directly says, hey, I'm keto. But the fact is, there are a lot more products available to low-carb or keto shoppers. They're just a lot harder to find. And frankly, discovering them takes time. It takes basic nutrition knowledge and dreadfully math in order to calculate net carbs. And herein lies the real value of our shopper-centric keto attribute. Not only will your shoppers still see the Birch Benders obviously keto pancake mix, but they'll also get to see that those Mission tortillas in that can of Zevia are also keto friendly. They show up because this shopper-centric keto attribute is specifically designed to light up all low net carb products across the entire store, so as to make visible or discoverable any and all products eligible to keto shoppers. So what can the Spins attribute portfolio help solve? And to be blunt, how does this affect your bottom line? Well, we've established that shopper motivations have become highly personalized, but this personalized way of eating has truly disrupted retail. This fractured consumer demand has created a wide range of opportunities for both brands and retailers to innovate and claim a greater share of the market. And we're going to break this down into 3 core steps. First, understand the shopper. By understanding the shopper and having a shopper-centric toolbox of attribution and analytics at your disposal, you'll be able to unlock your current store potential and grow your future potential as well. So first up, let's talk understanding the shopper. and why these attributes are so essential and important to the shoppers themselves. So to use an example, let's take Cheetos. Now, deep down, everyone loves cheesy puff snacks like Cheetos, right? The problem is that many savvy health and wellness shoppers know and understand that Cheetos doesn't exactly exude characteristics like clean label or nutrient density. Shoppers tend to understand that, but again, they're savvy and fairly demanding when it comes to health and wellness or better for you product qualities. On top of it, it seems like everyone has their own personalized way of eating, vegan, paleo, paleo plus vegan, clean keto, fewer calories, etc. So this fracturing of demand has made it more difficult for retailers and brands to effectively accommodate the market. They're having to balance or walk a fine line in ensuring product qualities resonate with as many shoppers as possible, but still meet the demands that a more personalized and knowledgeable health and wellness market is placing upon them. But this is how a subcategory like puff snacks, once dominated by Cheetos and similarly formulated Cheeto knockoff brands, that's how it began to evolve. In the beginning, we saw brands like Barbara's and Pirate's Booty. We saw them address the clean ingredient issue by eliminating artificial colors, flavors, and preservatives. And then next comes a wave of nutritionally elevated products like Bonitos and Hippies with protein and fiber content. There's that nutrient density, the likes of which this subcategory has never seen. Well, great. But still, this entire shelf remains filled with products formulated primarily with grains and beans. So this means paleo shoppers are still excluded. And then lesser evil, they come to the rescue and innovate with a clean label, grain-free, dairy-free product, ensuring paleo shoppers can now swing into the puff snack aisle. They now have a reason to come in and shop. Next up is Moon Cheese, creating this puff snack lookalike by dehydrating a few cheese curds. But, hey, it's low carb. And keto shoppers and carb avoiders are now walking down this aisle too. And then Spudsy, they thought maybe too many allergy sensitive shoppers didn't have enough reasons to visit this aisle either, and subsequently developed a major 8 allergen friendly puff snack that took things maybe a step further by incorporating the nutrient dense sweet potato. And why? Well, because historically, too many gluten-free and allergen-free foods were featuring over-processed starches. So these consumers demanded something better, and a brand like Spudsy delivered. And here we are today with more shoppers than ever in this aisle. So all of those elements, that entire evolutionary tale of puff snacks that we just went over, it can be found, tracked, and monitored with our attribute portfolio. And when it comes to our shopper-centric attributes, that is our mission in a nutshell. Not only are we helping manufacturers create eligible products, but we're helping to expose those products to retailers who want to innovate, want to incubate, and want to convert those products into newly eligible shoppers for their store. We're talking converting white space into new shoppers, thus new revenue opportunities at the retail. So let's move on to step 2, unlocking your current store potential. So what do we mean by that? Well, just to kind of put it simply, this is all about discovering what your store already has to offer in regard to personalized ways of eating and various shopper motivations. Think back to that keto example. Your store probably has quite a bit to offer a keto or low carb shopper. And, maybe you now realize that, but you may not know where to start if you wanted to communicate that vast hidden low carb marketplace to those shoppers. But our attributes solve that for you. So with a shopper-centric attribute like keto, you're able to assess your entire inventory, discover that hidden underworld, and then bring it into the daylight and make it discoverable to your shoppers. This is big time. Not only will it help drive basket size of current shoppers by exposing them to more eligible products already on your shelf, but it's going to drive new traffic to your store because you're taking the hard work out of shopping. With one click of an e-com filter or something as simple as a shelf tag, all keto eligible products can be lit up across the entire store, across all categories and all price points, practically acting as a personalized nutrition app. We want these attributes to not just shorten the path to purchase, but to democratize health and wellness, meaning our attributes can show that there really is a way for a shopper to put together that personalized way of eating shopping list, no matter what budget they are on. Hey, come into our store and we'll make this easy for you by maximizing the amount of options you really have. Don't give up because together we got this. In step 3, growing your future store potential. So here we're going to talk quantifying shopper motivation with SPINS analytics so that your store stays ahead of competition and is meeting the fast evolutionary pace of today's shopper. So we're quantifying shopper motivation, and in a nutshell, that's leveraging a combination of SPINS attribution and SPINS analytics. You're going to be able to accomplish a few things. Understand how your product assortment stacks up or is differentiated from the competition. Possibly discover emerging shopper demand in the market and visualize the spread of an emerging attribute across different departments, categories, and shelves, and possibly identify the first signals of category disruption before other retailers. And honestly, we could go on forever here because this is a really exciting and new opportunity being offered. But at the end of the day, quantifying shopper motivation, that will inevitably lead to maximizing your revenue because you armed yourself with our attribution, that competitive intel that is integral to unlocking shopper motivation, smart strategic product assortment, and the ability to communicate all of it and build loyalty amongst new, current, and prospective shoppers. And that brings us to a rundown of various retailer-centric solutions. Leverage our attributes to revolutionize your online shopping experience through detailed shopper engagement strategies. Enhance the brick and mortar experience with strategic shelf tag programs. And of course, dig into SPINS attribute and analytic capabilities to bring the voice of the shopper, shopper motivation, into your category management and assortment strategies. Shoppers will notice, they'll be grateful, and they will reward you for it. And lastly, augment your loyalty programs and devise more tactic-driven solutions with a deep catalog of attributes to help guide the way. Okay, and that brings us to the end of our webinar. I just want to say thanks for taking the time to learn more about SPINS, our attributes, and everything else that we offer. If you have any questions or want to discuss activating any of the opportunities discussed in today's webinar, just please reach out to your SPINS representative or just send a quick note to our customer support team at customersupport@spins.com. Again, thank you so much for listening today, and we will talk again soon.